The search for a source in the Cyclospora outbreak happening in the U.S. has hit a major snag. A re-review of sample results now say that there was a false positive for the parasite that has sent dozens of people to hospital. And Marianne is on the story for us with an update. I mean, people are sick, but now where does the investigation stand?
Well, there are now more questions because the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, that is, has said that it has made a mistake. It initially said that it believed that this outbreak was linked to shredded iceberg lettuce linked to Taylor Farms and their facility in Mexico. That prompted a voluntary recall of this specific product by the company because it does sell it to stores in 27 states in the United States, as well as Taco Bell restaurants in 5 states. But even after all of that, the FDA now says there was an error. They re-looked at all of the samples and concluded that these were false positives. In other words, there was no parasite linked to this outbreak detected in any of these products. Now, Taylor Farms did release a statement specifically referencing this new update. I want to show you part of what the statement says in part. It says, at this moment, FDA has not identified a single positive product test result for Cyclospora. Based on initial information provided by health officials, in an abundance of caution, we completed a voluntary recall of iceberg lettuce from central Mexico. Recalled product was limited to iceberg lettuce grown and processed in central Mexico. It goes on to say all other Taylor Farms products, including all Taylor Farms brand products available for purchase, are not involved in this recall. In other words, Chris, they still don't know what the source is of this outbreak. Taylor Farms saying they are working with public health officials to help them try to figure that out.
Yeah, which makes it hard when you're trying to choose what to eat. So I think for a lot of people, they had probably never heard of this single cell parasite, Cyclospora, and now it is part of their daily reality if they're sick with it. How many people are dealing with that right now?
Well, this outbreak was first detected in May, and since then it has grown to thousands of people infected with this parasite. Many of them now in hospital dealing with the severe symptoms of this. We know that many of the cases linked to this outbreak are in the Midwest. So that's an interesting fact when you look at where this is all hitting people in a really serious way. It is an intestinal illness, so it causes diarrhea as well as fatigue, dehydration, and that could be potentially serious depending on your age and your medical history.
And Marianne, as you mentioned, with the investigation back to square one, how concerned should Canadians be?
Well, at this point, there haven't been any positive cases linked to the outbreak in the United States. And for more on that, we reached out to infectious diseases specialist Dr. Isaac Bogosh.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, coupled with the Public Health Agency of Canada, is aware of this, of course. And the Canadian Food Inspection Agency has surveillance for incoming products, including berries and leafy green vegetables like lettuce and basil and parsley, to screen for pathogens, including Cyclospora. They have not detected this coming in. And according to FAC, Public Health Agency of Canada, there's no outbreaks of this to date.
That's in Canada, but if you happen to be in parts of the United States where there are some positive cases, Dr. Bogosh says not a bad idea if you're eating produce to either boil it, cook it, or peel it. That could help prevent any potential symptoms or just avoid it altogether.
All right. Appreciate the update. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.